So we are here for the AAA, AA, High A, and St. Louis baseball scores for Friday, August 15th, 2025 here. We're going to talk about all four leagues here, as it is getting closer to the end of the season in all leagues. So, then when the season's over, we'll stop talking about them. Leagues once when the playoffs are when we'll do it, but then, well, it'll be less to talk about, in the leagues. So we have Indianapolis in 10 defeats Grand Wilkesboro with about two good solid teams. 6-5. Two of the best teams in minor league baseball in AAA. The third and fourth best record teams in all AAA baseball. Nashville 6-2 over Durham in a good top team. About two good teams. Buffalo 2-0 over Lehigh Valley. Rochester beat Syracuse 5-1 in 10. Memphis 7-5 over Charlotte. In 5, Louisville beats Gwinnett 3-0. So I got caught off due to rain in Gwinnett. After 5, they completed 5 innings. 2 in the 4th for Louisville, 1 in the 5th, and that's all that mattered in the rain called off game. You have to play at least 5 innings if the home team is losing. If the home team is winning, you only have to do 4.5 because it's half of the game. In 9 innings. And yeah, so Louisville wins that one 3-0 in 5. Toledo 7-2 over Columbus. Norfolk 6-4 over Jacksonville. Norfolk sneaks another win over Jackson. It's another nice win over our top team in Jackson. Omaha, well, St. Paul again. St. Paul has taken 3 out of 4 against Omaha in this series. They only lost game 1. St. Paul has, after having up and down against Iowa. They beat Omaha 3 out of 4, so they can take the series 4 out of 6. And 2/3 of them would be taking the series. Be winning the series. And they can do it today against Omaha. This evening. The afternoon and evening. Oklahoma City 7-2 over Albuquerque. Sugarland 6-2 over Salt Lake. Iowa 9-6 over Worcester. Round Rock 4-2 over Sacramento. El Paso 7-5 over Reno. And 10-9 Las Vegas over Tacoma. In that Tacoma, Las Vegas is about top teams in that Pacific Coast League. Portland 3-2 win over Somerset. A 2-5 for Richmond. 8-3 Akron Ring. Erie in 12 defeats Chesapeake 7-5. 4-2 Binghamton over New Hampshire. Pensacola 2-1 over Birmingham. 3-2 Harrisburg over Hartford. Montgomery takes game 3 of the series. 2-0 over Chattanooga. Next, 7-4 Rocket City. Wichita had a little up and down against Northwest Arkansas. You thought maybe Northwest Arkansas didn't get solid win again. Maybe increase their lead a little bit in the Texas League in the second, half for a playoff spot. been slipping out of it a little bit. 7-2, but they finally get a good, much needed win. 7-2 over Springfield. Not letting Springfield sweep the series. I mean, the best they can hope for would be a split. Would be a split of the series, but they won't need it. Columbus 10-3 over Boxing, 8-5 Tulsa over San Antonio, 3-2 Frisco over Midland, 2-0 Northwest Arkansas, and Amarillo 12-6 over Corpus Christi. In high A, we have Greensboro 8-6 over Greenville, 11-6 Vincennes over Asheville, 6-2 Jersey Shore over Wilmington, Upstate over Brooklyn 6-4, Lake County over Peoria 6-5, Rome over Bowling Green 2-1, Lansing 11-6 over Dane, Hudson Valley 5-2 over Aberdeen, Blight 7-2 over South Bend, West Michigan 5-1 over Fort Wayne, Lakes all over Wisconsin 16-5. Here we have Spokane 6-4 Vancouver, Hillsboro 3-1 over Everett, Tri-City 8-6 over Eugene, and in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, there was some rain in the area, so they have decided to postpone Friday's game and have it be a Saturday makeup doubleheader. And we have St. Jupiter 7-0 over St. Lucie, Lynchburg 2-1 over Delmarva, Clearwater shuts out Lakeland 2-0, and Clearwater gets a Clearwater pitching does a no-hitter in that one. Clearwater does. 2-0. So Lakeland gets no hit in that game, but it's not a perfect game for Clearwater as they give walks of pitches. So that does a perfect game would be no walk, no runners on base, no walks, no hit by pitches. They didn't do that, but still, no hitter. Pretty remarkable for a Clearwater pitcher. Dundon 7-6 over Tampa and Tennings. Palm Beach 7-5 over Bradenton. 8-7 Daytona over Fort Myers. 7-1 Augusta over Kannapolis. 5-4 Fredericksburg over Salem. 4-3 Charleston over Hickory. Myrtle Beach 11-2 over Columbia. 20-3 Fayetteville blows out Carolina in a big blow, having a 7-run fifth inning. But still, he won some big innings. 5 in the 7th, 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 7th. Rancho Cook over Vizsla 13-6, 5-4 Modesto in the pair. San Jose all over Lake Elsinore 12-1. And Stockton over Fresno in a big win for us. Stockton by 8, 12-4. Now in single A baseball, we'll talk about there's a double hitters. Went on, and there's one earlier one right in Palm Beach. That could be for and they have Bally Sports Live. They have an MILB channel similar like MLB Network, but it has, instead of the studio shows, sometimes like MLB Network or like studio shows, they are they have a lot of studio shows, and they have because Bally Sports Live is the only national one of MLB game, minor league baseball games, unless it's on like MLB Network for like the prospect showcase. Sometimes they have, but then Bally Sports Live might have another featured game. Because sometimes they do have prospect showcase games on MLB Network. you know, like especially when MLB's not on. Like, hey, Tuesday afternoon we'll have an early game, earlier in the day game, just so you can see the prospect showcase, biggest prospect, Yeah, so, and sometimes I know they do it early, some games a little bit earlier in the day, and like other leagues, our leagues choose to do it early, or, maybe they have one, so they can have a feature, like, because usually it's AAA. Sometimes they do have double A, high A single A. And then, when like rehabbers are making starts, MLB rehabbers are making starts. They do. Or some, and that's just a showcase in that channel. And usually it's just live games. They do have like replays of games, like famous games that either didn't see live, missed live, or, is it turning into like a famous game, say like the no-hit, but like no-hit. You can see that game would be on. Move to like a vertical a little bit. We get at least got one featured, a condensed game replay. Like that's usually 2.5 hours of condensed game replay. So yeah, Brain to Pro Beach will be on probably MILB. The MILB channel. Because MILB channel is featured games. Especially if that's the only game on. I'll show it to you. And we have High A now. High A is going to have a doubleheader, obviously, as I mentioned. Quad season Cedar Rapids. Game 1 will start at 6 Eastern, 5 p.m. local time in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And Game 2 will start at 8:30 Eastern or 9 Eastern. Last time they had a doubleheader, though. It was the first game. Took 2 hours, roughly. So the second game started at 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern time. It started at 8:30 Eastern. Between 8:30 and 9 Eastern. Probably be scheduled for 9 Eastern. But then we'll move it probably. Then after the game ends, the half-hour mark, it'll be 8:30 minimum, 8:30 Eastern minimum, 7:30 local minimum. But if it goes past the 7:30 mark, if it goes past, say, I should say the 7 o'clock mark. If it goes past the 7 o'clock mark, then it'll be 30 minutes after the conclusion of the first game. If it goes past 7 o'clock. If it ends before 7 o'clock, the second game start 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. In Quad Season Cedar Rapids. So, Cedar Rapids does kind of need a split of that. At least a split of the doubleheader. But the best would be a sweep. Gain some momentum in the stands. There's a makeup. And here we have Montgomery and Chattanooga making up a doubleheader. And this for games 4 and 5 of the series. Montgomery and Chattanooga played a doubleheader on Tuesday. A single game on Tuesday that was made up due to rain. Then made up due to rain on the 14th on Tuesday the 12th, and then that got pushed to 13th Wednesday, and then they ended up postponing the doubleheader and turning into 2 doubleheaders, and then postponing the doubleheader on Wednesday to 2 doubleheaders. As Thursday they had games 1 and 2 as a doubleheader. Then Friday they had game 3 as a 9 inning. And Saturday they have 4 and 5 as a doubleheader. Then they'll have game 6 as a standalone as a 9 inning. Because they can't have two double. They don't want to have 2 days of doubleheaders back to back. So they did Thursday and Saturday then. In game 1 will start at 5:50 Eastern. Game 2 will be at 7:45. Probably 7:45 to 8:50 Eastern. And then New Hampshire Binghamton will have an early feature game for MILB, the MILB channel on Bally Sports. Game 1 doubleheader live on there. At least live on there. New Hampshire Binghamton. On the MILB channel. They have the MILB zone record game. Either I'm not saying that'll be New Hampshire Binghamton. That's at 1:15 Eastern. Game 1. Game 2 will start roughly about probably 3:45 to 4:15 Eastern. So game 2 doubleheader. And in AAA, there's no doubleheaders in AAA baseball. And let's talk about the scores, the second half standings by the leagues. Here in the International League, Jacksonville won the first half in the International League. So far right now, the Stern Rocks are the New York Yankees affiliate team, and Syracuse, the New York Mets affiliate team. They are leading with 30-13. And then Indianapolis, the Pittsburgh Pirates affiliate team. They are in third, 27-16 second half record, and fourth it's Toledo with a 26-17 record. There's really 4 teams battling for the International League title. And then in the Pacific Coast League, the Las Vegas, the Athletics affiliate team, that went, there's 19-24 the second half of the season. They won the first half, and then we have a few teams battling out for the top half. We have the Pacific Coast League, we have Tacoma, 2015, that's the Americas affiliate team. El Paso, Texas, San Diego Padres affiliate team. And then we have second round and third San Francisco Giants affiliate team, and round the Texas Rangers affiliate team in fourth. So right now it's Tacoma and El Paso. El Paso just has that half game, and then Tacoma has the extra game on them with the rain. And then in the Eastern League, in AA, Binghamton won the first half. And they're leading right now. So the second place team would get in each division. They do it in the AA, to where you do play division series with the winner of each division in the first half and the second half. Like the Eastern League Southwest, Erie and if it ended right now, Altoona would play. They would battle up. Altoona, Erie would play, and say Binghamton, Somerset would play, and the winner between Binghamton, Somerset, and Erie, Altoona would play each other for the championship. So that's how they would do it. So you do you play teams in Northeast would play each other in the divisional series, and then and then the 2 teams in Southwest Division would play each other, and then those 2, and the winner from the Southwest, the winner from the Northeast will play each other. So right now it's Somerset in the Eastern League Northeast, the New York Yankees affiliate team. They're, the winner, whoever wins, except Binghamton, New York Mets affiliate team. They're the best team in pretty much in AA baseball, you can say. And then you have an Eastern League champion. There's three leagues in AA, so they can't do it to where you play like Eastern League winner plays Southern League, Texas League winner. I mean, you could do like a round robin tournament where you each play the Eastern League winner plays the Southern League winner, and Texas League winner. They play each other one game. Say they played one game against each team. Who goes 2-0, someone goes 2-0, And then we have Hertford, Karaki's 18 in third in the Northeast, or second, I guess, but third but second in the playoff race, 2021. And then Boston with 20 and 22. Boston Red Sox 18. And then in the Eastern East West, Erie, the Tigers 18 is fourth with 21-21. Then you have the Pittsburgh Pirates of 18 in first with 18. Second is Harrisburg, Washington Nationals of 18 at 22 and 20. And third is Akron Cleveland Guardians of 18 at 22 and 21. In Richmond, the San Francisco Giants of 18 at 21 and 21. So pretty close. And then the Southern League with 8 teams, we have Chattanooga, the Cincinnati Reds of 18 at 20 and 20 in third. And then in Block C, the Milwaukee Brewers of 18 at 19-24 in the Southern League. So Birmingham, the Chicago White Sox of 18, they're way above the rest at 30 and 13. The expected win-loss for them is 1-29 and 14. So they're a game above expected. And then you have next for the Chicago Cubs of 18 at 21-21. Then you have in the Southern League South, you have Pensacola at 23-18. Army at 21-10. And Columbus with the extra game. Putting the loss on them in the extra game. As it hurts them. 21-22. So far. And then in the Texas League, we have Springfield leading or in the North. Second half, they're the first half winners 28-14. So it'll go down to Tulsa. I think the Dodgers of 18, 26 and 17. And then 24. They were expected was 24-19. So they're a couple games above expected. No, it's earned, so it's 2 games above expected. They're 23 and 21. They're 22 and 20. 21 and 22. They're 23 and 20. And the Wichita was supposed to be 23 and 20. There were a couple of those losses or those earned, so I think. Could have been a flip-flop, flip-flop them. That's. And then, yeah, the against Rose team. Wichita team is the Minnesota Twins of 18. And in Arkansas, the Seattle Mariners of 18. 23 and 20. I expect they're 20 and 23. So race teams to the chance to make it as a Texas North Fight team in the second half. And Midland, the FX team, and third at 17-26. And then Emerald is the Arizona Diamondbacks of 18. They're at 27-16. So they're supposed to be 22 and 21. Make it really close. But they won a bunch, more than they expected. And then over Midland, Corpus Christi, and San Antonio. Or San Antonio won one more than expected, but Corpus Christi, Midland, won Emeralds, won more games against them than probably expected. In High A in the Midwest League, you have West Michigan in the Midwest League East. They already got the first half winner. And they got Lake County in second, the Cleveland Guardians fleet team, 28-17. Great Lakes Los Angeles Dodgers fleet team at 27-18. Both those are battling out for the second half winner. Maybe the second half team makes it. Most likely. And you have Cedar Rapids, which is the Minnesota Twins of 18. They won the first half, but you got Beloit and South Bend. South Bend in Quad Cities. Beloit as a tiebreaker over South Bend in the game head-to-head matchups. That's what's given Beloit the tiebreaker. South Bend in Quad Cities is in third at 24-21. And then in the Northwest League, does not have enough teams to do the divisions, so because they only have 6 teams. In Everett, the Seattle Mariners play team 1, first half at 17-29, and then Eugene, the San Francisco Giants athlete team, is 30-3-13. There are 8 teams in the win column ahead of Tri-City Los Angeles Angels athlete team, 25-21, in Vancouver, and the Toronto Blue Jays affiliate team, 24-22. So maybe Tri-City or Vancouver. So Eugene's outpacing and expected. Actually got better than expected. So in the Southland League, they don't do divisions, but they have enough teams to the division series where it's one, maybe the first half winners and the second half winners play each other, or overall, record wise at the end of the season, they pile them on and they say 1 against 4, 2 against 3, in overall record wise, I could see that, and we have so far. Now we have Greensboro, the Pittsburgh Pirates affiliate team in the Southland League, and the Hudson Valley, the New York Yankees affiliate team, in second with 30-15. Greensboro is 33-13. And then Jersey Shore, the Philadelphia Phillies affiliate team, in third with 26-19. Fourth is Greenville, the Boston Red Sox affiliate team, at 24-22. They have the tiebreaker Hub C, the Texas Rangers affiliate team, at 24-22. So Greenville Hub C are 6 behind Hudson Valley. Jersey Shore is 4 behind Hudson Valley. Brooklyn is near Mets 18, they're 18-28, so they're actually 4 games below under their expected win-loss record. They lost 4 more than expected. And Bowling Green, the Tampa Bay Rays affiliate team, they're actually 2. That's 2 more than expected. And in the California League, they have 4 teams make that in the California League. The overall whole league, they don't do divisions. We have in single A, we have San Francisco Giants affiliate team, San Jose. They're in first with 31-15. In Rancho Cucamonga, the Los Angeles Dodgers affiliate team, they're in 6th for the second half with 22-24. Then we have the 2 teams. So I'm probably going to make it Fresno, the Colorado Rockies affiliate team, 27-19. shall pace their win-loss record of 2025. They're supposed to be, they won 6 more than expected. And then inland umpires won 2 more than expected. Los Angeles Angels flight team, they're 26-20. And then those are the San Diego Padres flight team. They are in 4th with 22-24. Won 2 more than expected. In Modesto, Seattle Mariners flight team. They're right on pace with 22-24. So the those are Modesto are 4 behind inland umpire for that second Vino playoff spot in the second half of the California League. In the Carolina League, Myrtle Beach, the Chicago Cubs flight team, in first with 31-13, 6 ahead of Carolina, Milwaukee Brewers, 6 ahead in the win column. Yesterday, that Carolina actually had to not play a game. They only played 43 games in the second half. So, maybe they're still 6 behind in the win column. Myrtle Beach, Carolina is Myrtle Beach. 2 teams that made it in the Carolina League. First half was Lynchburg instantly at 19-24. And that's expected second half. And the Kansas City Royals affiliate team, 15-29. That was expected. And then we have Carolina and Augusta battling for second place. Augusta 25-19. And then Carolina expected was 20. In the games they played was 21 and 22. So they're actually 4 ahead of expected. Augusta is 1 ahead of expected. Hickory is a game ahead of expected at 26-20. They're 25 and supposed to be 25-21. So all 3 of those teams are battling for a spot. Carolina, Augusta, Hickory Beach most likely. The Chicago Cubs flight team most likely has it. In the Florida State League, the top 2 teams, St. Lucie, the New York Mets flight team, and Lakeland, the Detroit Tigers flight team. They are the top 2 teams, the first half winners. So we have Clearwater, the Philadelphia Phillies flight team, in third, but first for the second half. They're for a playoff spot there, 26-18, 22-22 is all expected. So 4 above expected. Daytona, Cincinnati Reds flight team. They're actually 1 behind expected, and 25-21 expected. They're 24-22. They're still in that second spot in the second half. Home Beach is 22-23. And they're fifth, but third for playoffs. They're 2 behind Daytona in the win column. Daytona has played 1 more game than Palm Beach to make it even. And Bradenton Pittsburgh Pirates affiliate team, 22-24. So, and then we can look at the Dominican Summer League, the rookie. Clinch playoff second half winner and clinch wildcard.